One of my very favorite elements to add to a Google Sheet is a drop-down menu, as you see here. And what that allows you to do is click on this arrow, and then you can make a selection based on some given text. So to do that, we'll open up a sheet that doesn't have that existing already, and then select a cell in the column that you want that drop-down menu to appear. Select Data, and then in that tab, you'll select Data Validation. From here, under the criteria, you will select a list of items, and then you'll just enter that list of items separated by a comma. No spacing is needed. So let's just say we're checking in on the progress of a project. So started, not started, finished. Now, I also like to add in just some dashes as an additional option, and I'll explain why in a moment. Once you have that entered, all you have to do is select Save, and then you'll notice that you have your drop down here. Now, what I like to do is test everything to make sure it works well. So go ahead and hover your cursor over this tiny little blue square here until you get the crosshairs and drag it down one or two. Now let's go ahead and test it out. When I click on the drop down, I see my different options. So not started is my first option. And when I begin the project, then I can come in and change my answer and it'll update easily. Maybe I have entered an option for a row that I don't have any other data on. And rather than just leaving it hanging out there, I can actually click on that drop down and click those dashes. And that really means that I don't have any entry there. It's just a quick way to reset that information. Now, I usually like to um, begin by adding in those extra two options because then after I've tested it out, all I have to do is come to the row and click on it, right click, and then delete that row. And now it looks nice and fresh. And I don't even have those dashes there. So that's really the way I like to keep that. Now, I like the status of this. It looks really good to me. And so I'll just come back and repeat that process earlier and click on that square when I have the crosshairs up here and just drag down until I get to the end of the area that I want to enter data in that sheet. And when I release the left button on my mouse, then you'll notice that I have those drop downs available in all of those different rows. So that's how you'll add a drop down menu in a cell in Google Sheets.